What's up guys, RoyalZProduction here, and today we're going to be doing a behind the scenes of how I shoot my car videos. It's a little different from the music video behind the scenes, however, honestly knowing how to shoot like car footage and stuff is actually really good for even music videos. Rap videos, you're going to get a lot of artists renting out cars or using cars in their music videos. Today we're using a full-size Ronin, so this is not the Ronin M, this is like the full-size Ronin, using a Lumix S1, Sigma 18-35 with an ND filter, and got the small HD 501 monitor. So yeah, we're just gonna start shooting here. We got Brandon's 350 here, the Nismo 350. Thanks for coming out, bro. Appreciate you letting us vlog.
Yeah.
Okay, so first shot that we're gonna do, I'm gonna get a shot from far away, and basically what I'm gonna do is just do a panning shot. So I'm going to have the gimbal, like the lens of the camera, set at eye level or headlight level of the car. I'm gonna punch in all the way at 35mm, shooting in 4K at 24 FPS in 10-bit. So I'm gonna start with that shot, and then I'm probably gonna get a medium shot exposing just the front bumper, headlight, and front wheel, and then we'll get more of a close-up shot of the front wheel and headlight. So we're gonna start with the far away shot. Now move to a medium shot. And now a close-up shot. So for this, I'm going to basically actually point the gimbal down. I'm going to get pretty close to the car here, hit record, and I'm going to focus in on the headlight, pointing down at the headlight, and I'm going to start from the front of the bumper, and basically when I'm moving in, you're exposing the front wheel. Nice like that. So for music videos, this is even a nice shot if you're shooting like a, I guess like an exotic car or anything. Oh, haven't vlogged in a while. Shit. So basically, if you're shooting an exotic car like Lambo, Ferrari, whatever, it's probably gonna have some pretty nice wheels on there. So what I like to do, turn the wheels on the car when it's hard parked in a little bit. So when you start at the headlight right here and you're panning out, it's gonna expose the front wheel, as well as show the front bumper, the front splitter, and then it'll show the brakes or expose the brakes and the wheel. So I'll start from above and get that shot like I just did. And now I'm gonna start down below. Instead of just pointing straight at the car, so I'll actually show these side by side. So you can shoot it pointing straight at the wheel and exposing the front wheel like that. Or what I like to do is slightly turn the, point the camera up, and then I'll do the exact same thing. I'll just pan over. I think this looks nicer just because you also catch the headlight in the shot. So what I'll do, I'll just pan back and forth like 2 or 3 times, make sure I got the shot. This is nice too because it also shows the front splitter as well. So when I'm shooting the rear end of the car here, we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna shoot from far away, middle, and then up close. For some reason, for the rear end shots, I like to stay far away, and what I'll do is I'll point the camera up into the sky, and then I'll start pushing forward, and then I'll push the gimbal down to expose the whole car. And you get a nice little panning shot of the rear end of the car. Now I'm shooting in manual focus because with my S1, I don't shoot autofocus ever. So what I'll do is, since I'm moving from front and then in, you're gonna lose focus, right? So what I'll do, a little trick in manual focus mode. So if I'm starting here and I'm ending, let's say here, I'm gonna find that middle point, which is probably around right here, and I'm gonna focus my camera. So this is where I want the focus to be. Take a few steps back, press record, point the camera up in the sky, I'll start pushing in. So right now I'm technically out of focus, perfectly in focus right here, slowly coming out of focus, and done. So basically, it's kind of like an illusion of making the camera look like it's in focus, but really it's not when you're shooting in manual focus. Now we're gonna get, rather than just like a pushing in shot, I'm gonna get a panning shot like we did with the far away shot of the front of the car. So I'm gonna start right here, get nice and low, complement the car's body lines, point the gimbal up a bit, and start slowly moving. And when I'm using the gimbal, I'm going heel to toe, if you want to catch that. Keeping the whole shot nice and steady. Now I'll get a medium shot. So for this shot, I'm basically just going to be exposing the rear quarter panel of the car, and just to get the spoiler, the rear bumper, the exhaust, and anything that's complemented on the rear of the car. So what I'll do is I'll line this up. So I don't really want to get like the front of the car. We'll focus on that for the more detailed shots, which we'll get to in a little bit here. So same thing as before. Just slowly pan, keep it super slow. Since we're shooting in 4K 24, we can't slow this down. Keep this nice and steady and slow. Now what we're going to do, we pretty much do the exact same thing. However, we're going to punch out all the way, so you want to get a wider shot of the car. So I have an 18 to 35 Sigma art lens. I'm going to zoom all the way out at 18 mil. When you're shooting like with a wider angle, you're not going to lose focus as easily when you're like moving in and out. So you see this a lot in my music videos as well, where I'm like moving in and moving out of the artist, like rapping or whatever. So we're essentially going to do that but with the car. Get a little creative. So you can point the camera in the air and then drop it down like this and just be kind of running around with it. Just get a little creative with the shots. We're going to start low and we're going to slowly creep up here. Good. I'm going to spin the gimbal around to expose the entire car like this. Oh, so sick. So for these next few shots, I'm just going to get a little creative with it, kind of freestyle, do my own thing. So yeah, I'll lay over all the raw footage that I get.
There's gonna be so much audio of me just sniffling. The mic's right there.
Cause I turned on my water into snow now. I think I need me a can of goose fur. I picked her up, but she go home in a Uber. I paid the low cause my nigga wrapped the jewelers. Suck the stick and give me hair like a tumor.
Relax. What do I want to do next? Oh yeah, okay. So next shots I'm gonna get are detailed shots of the car. So this will be brake calipers, emblems on the car, headlights, any type of arrow, so side skirts, wheels, taillight, spoiler, just basically any sort of like accessory on the car that doesn't have to do with the whole entire car. So what I'll do for these is, since it's kind of difficult to keep the camera steady for those close-up macro type shots, I'm going to go into 60 FPS. So that's going to allow me to slow down the footage by 40 or 50%. Generally what I'm going to do here is, usually I start with the wheels just to get them out of the way. There's a few different wheel type shots that I like getting. Basically what I'm going to do is bump my aperture to the lowest possible aperture you can get to. So for this lens it's 1.8, just to get like a very sharp focus on what you're trying to shoot. So for this, I'm trying to shoot the brake caliper, so I'm going to punch in my focus here, get super close up.
Doesn't that go 1.2 with the booster?
I don't have booster on here. Relax, I lie. Another shot here where basically I'll pick a focus point. So let's say right here is where I want to get the shot. What I'll do is I'll pull back. So now the whole wheel is out of focus, and when I push in, it's going to come in focus. Boom. Slow down right there. Perfect. So now we're going to get another shot of the wheel here that's more close up. So I like to start on the front bumper here. So start from the bumper, slowly expose the entire wheel. Another one I'll do is I will start at the ground. So I'll look at the ground, slowly bring the gimbal up and expose that wheel. So grab the Z. You American? RoyalZ. One of my favorites to do is I'll pick the focus point, bring the gimbal up like this, bring it up, and I'll slowly twist the gimbal while dropping it lower. So twisting, slowly dropping. I look at this, I guess, as like a slow motion, like a 4K 60 shot, but whenever a car is like nice and like stands out like this one is. Wow, thanks. Yeah. I will get nice and low here, and I will just get a panning shot of focusing on the rear wheel. Just like the wheel tuck, like if it is lower and whatnot, it looks really nice. So I'll show you guys right now. Click record, and I'm basically just gonna swing out like this. Always looks really good. High up like this, a few steps forward, and come down, crane-like motion, exposing that rear wheel. It's literally like +5 out right now, bro. So start here on the spoiler, and I'll slowly come out like this. So every location you hit for a car video, you should be getting environmental shots. Even if you're shooting a music video, you should be getting environmental shots. And by that I mean shooting the environment. That doesn't have to do with the car. So there's a plane sitting there, there's a light post there, there's barbed wire on the fence. You should shoot literally as much as you can, because too much footage is better than not enough footage. So we're gonna get right to that. Start by shooting the plane. So these shots can be used as intro shots, outro shots. Use them in the middle of the video, kind of use them wherever as fillers. Move on to the barbed wire.
Some nice grass scenes.
Yes. You never know.
Yeah, it's friends song. I know that I'm gone. They see me blowing up, now they say they want some. I got 2 twin glocks, turn you to a dancer. I see 2 twin ops, leave them on a banner. And I got 2 thick thighs, wanna link the gang.
I don't know how you're drinking cold.
We got that on deck, bruh. Pumpkin spice, cold foam cold brew.
I don't know how you're drinking that.
Oh, you got a hot drink right now, bro.
It's pretty cold.
Yeah, turn up that heat, turn up that heat. Next locations.
What is that even? Like,
I don't even know, man.
it's like they took it off or something.
What? Tony Hawk?
No.
You said?
No.
I'm not Tony Hawk or something. Oh.
No, it took it off or something.
Trying to grind that? Second location here. Again, we're shooting in 24 FPS, 4K, and I'm just gonna get a couple different shots. So for this shot, I have the car just facing towards me, as you can see. So you can see like all the buildings and stuff in the background. So what I like to do is get nice and high here, and I'll just do like a push-in movement. So compose my shot, and I'll just start moving in. I think this shot looks really nice. You can see the whole backdrop of like the cityscape and everything. We got one more shot where I'm pulling back and slowly panning up. I'm just gonna grab some like random shots, pretty much copy what I did in the first location. Start with the front of the car, point up, punched in all the way at 35 mil. Show like the fitment up front is I will just shoot like the top half of the wheel. So I'm gonna start like here, slowly pan left. These look best when you have like buildings or trees in the background as well. So it's super cinematic. Now I'm gonna go onto some wider shots here, the front of the car, and for this I'm gonna start high up and then move kind of low. So I'm gonna start here and move low like this. Another nice wide shot too to complement like the rear end of the car and the rear wheel is to zoom out all the way, so like a more wide angle shot, and get like, this only works if you have like a really nice backdrop. So we have like a nice industrial backdrop, so I'll zoom out all the way and I'll compose my shot where half of the frame is the car, the other half is the backdrop, and then just slowly pan out. So I'm just gonna grab some quick shots of the surrounding area and we should be good to go for rollers.
I'm a beast, oh my god, mood swings out of line, mood swings out of time. I was broke, I'm a god, I'm a goat, I'm a god, I'm a beast, I'm a god, nigga let that shit fly, nigga, you don't want no problem, I be feeling like Batman, my niggas.
Alright guys, so we're gonna do some rolling shots now of the car. So this is probably the most sketchiest part of doing automotive videos. I don't recommend doing this because you're literally hanging out of a car with a gimbal and it's super unsafe. You can drop your gimbal, camera could fall off, you could fall out of the car, I don't know. I don't recommend you guys doing this because like it's super unsafe. So I'm gonna tell you don't do it. I'm gonna do it because it's gonna add to my video, but I don't recommend you guys do this like at all. But anyways, we're gonna be driving next to Brendan's 350. I'm gonna be shooting at 4K in 24 FPS. That's gonna look the most cinematic for a rolling shot. You don't generally want to shoot this in 60 FPS, so I stick to 24 at 50 shutter. It's getting kind of dark out, so yeah, we're gonna shoot at 50 shutter and about 4,000 or 5,000 ISO probably on the Lumix S1. I'm gonna kind of switch up from punched in 35mm shots to super wide shots. Generally, the super wide shots look really nice when you can dip the gimbal really, really low. If you don't want to use a gimbal, I will also just point the camera outside of the window so you can keep fastened up, because otherwise it's like pretty unsafe to be hanging out of a car, like I said before, which I do not recommend you guys doing because you could literally fuck your shit up. I'll have the GoPro suctioned onto the rear window so you can watch me getting some of the shots, and yeah, we're gonna get right to it.
From the Canada, bankroll so low, I got nothing else that I can withdraw. Ran up the dough, I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing la 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 la, la la la. I shot my wrist, it go like sha sha sha, sha sha sha. I got your bitch singing la 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 la, la la la. How I try like that? Amex, no cap, 800 they wonder how I go up like that. I rap my lyrics when I perform. They wonder how I stride like that. Married to the grind, I brought my ring. I'm corny, but your booty want the dick. Modest with my jewels, but check the bag.
Holy, you alright? We got a forearm pump, bro. I think we're good for rollers. Really? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get some audio of the car. We just finished up with rolling shots. I'm gonna show you guys how I get the audio. So I have a Zoom H1 recorder. These are super, super cheap. Pick them up for like under 100 bucks. Then we have the Rode Link wireless mic. So we're basically gonna have a wireless mic hooked up to the exhaust. And how we're gonna do that is plug in the one end of the wireless mic into the Zoom, and then on the other end of the Zoom, I'm gonna have Panasonic noise canceling headphones so I can listen to the audio, and I can actually adjust the audio off of the Zoom, which is gonna be adjusted wirelessly. The transmitter right here, so this has a little Rode lav mic attached to it. I'm basically gonna toss this in the trunk, have this wire hanging out. I'm gonna have a dead cat over the lav mic, and then I'm just gonna electrical tape the dead cat onto the lav just so we can cut the wind noise out a little bit. And I'm basically, she'll follow me over here. So I'm gonna attach this to a GoPro suction cup mount. I'm probably gonna suction it most likely right in this area, and then I'm gonna have it pointed down. I'm gonna have the lav mic probably hanging around here, and I use the GoPro mount just to securely fasten the mic. I like to have the mic sitting right in the middle of the bumper just because there's no like wind noise back here, so you can really kind of get a really nice exhaust tone. So yeah, we're just gonna mic it up real quick right now. Oh, the only thing is like I don't want it to fall out because then it's gonna start fucking waving everywhere. All right, well I guess we're gonna put hockey tape.
Thanks, dude. I just want to say, this is Dane. It's nice to finally meet you in person. You're my fucking hero.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey. Hi. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, buddy.
Little quick fan meet.
Yeah. I saw that.
Doing a little vlog, gonna do a little BTS.
Well, I'll be waiting for it.
Oh yeah, we should link up though. Anytime. Get it.
All right, enjoy it.
See you later. I thought he was talking to you.
No,
was like,
no.
oh, your car is my hero. Like, oh wow, must be nice.
Is it on now? Yeah?
Yeah, it's good. That's not coming off, bro.
Sure you don't hockey tape, bro?
Mm-mm.
I got it. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put it.
I said it's all good. Just kidding. Alright guys, so I'm in the passenger seat now of the 350 and we're just grabbing car audio. I have the Zoom H1 right here on my lap and I have the wireless mic plugged in. We have the car mic'd up as you just saw, and I have these Panasonic noise cancelling headphones so I can hear the exhaust right now as we speak, and I can basically adjust the volume of the mic that's attached to the trunk, or that's capturing the exhaust noise. So once we start getting past like probably, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, I'm gonna start toning down the exhaust. So I'm gonna be controlling the audio as we drive around. Check underneath. That was weird. You just lost all steering?
Yeah, and my fucking, everything's okay back here. That makes me happy. I don't have power steering.
This belt, bro.
The belt's fucked, or it's completely loose, whatever it is. Dude, it almost sounded like a fucking pulley fell off or something.
Yeah, AC. So no.
Oh, how the fuck does that break, man? Fuck me, whatever.
That sucks. Alright guys, so that is a wrap for the automotive shoot, the car video. That really sucks at Brennan's. I think it was just his power steering belt broke, so he's got no power steering or AC right now. Not that he needs the AC, it's cold as hell right now. Hope you guys found some like informative information in this video. I've been doing car videos like since the beginning of my videography time. I first shot my own car and then started shooting all my friends' cars, then other people's cars, and then it just evolved into shooting everything. So this is definitely my roots. I had a lot of fun shooting this. Always a good time shooting some automotive content. So I hope you guys enjoy this vlog and this little BTS video. I hope you can even use some of these tips and tricks in your music videos as well. As you know, I post a lot of BTS on music videos. Big shout out to HK, Imagine44. I'll leave his IG right here. You can check it out. He does a lot of BTS content, a lot of photography, getting into videography and stuff too, so definitely check out his work. Appreciate your time, G.
Of course, learned a lot today.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.